Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Entrepreneur's Playbook, where we help 7 and 8-figure business owners ignite their financial superpowers. Josh Bowerly here with Ron Parisi. Ron, how you doing this week?
All right, Josh. Look forward to another session.
Yeah, so I think we're going to dive back into your book, Financial Superpowers. And I think you said there was a chapter you've been talking a lot about with clients lately, and it's been on your mind a lot. So why don't you get us started and tell us
Yeah,
what
no
that
doubt.
is?
Yeah. Yeah. So I wrote this book. It's obviously it's relatively thin, right? But I wrote it for entrepreneurs and business owners really to allow them. I think the concept in it, the main concept is no rear view accounting, right? Forward looking, right? We live currently in an accounting industry. It's a very traditional industry. Like, all right, what if you hire a bookkeeper? They're telling you what you've done last year, last month, right? The entrepreneurs that we deal with, right? It's, hey, I don't want to just grow by 1 or 2%, right? Month to month. Like I want to grow 30%. I want to grow 5, 10x, right? So it's always about forward looking and setting the stage. We usually go out 3 to 5 years and then just roll that back to just looking at a month to month, 12-month rolling forward looking business plan. I just thought it'd be the one thing I am talking to clients right now about, and that's chapter 3, right? Growing your business and personal wealth, right? And we have what's called the 3 wealth process, right? And we help you with your accounting and more about your financial analysis, looking at profit drivers, looking at team spend, looking at marketing spend, right? Really try to dig into that business. 2, we look at a long-term tax strategy, right? So you're taking advantage of all the strategies out there as you grow as an entrepreneur and as you grow your business. And the third piece is that personal and business wealth planning. And we don't do this isn't financial planning. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not going to, sit down and tell you when you can retire. This is really just more about when you are a successful business owner, when you're a successful entrepreneur and you make money, right? You make positive cash flow. What exactly do you do with that positive cash flow, right? And it's like this intent. I talk about intentionality. And if you talk to most entrepreneurs, they just take whatever money they have in the bank every month and they automatically reinvest in the business. They buy more ads, they spend it somehow. There's always somebody who's willing to take your money to tell you that they can help you get ahead. There's a multitude of people who I don't know. Anyway, long story short is I preach like being intentional about reinvesting that positive cash flow. And I use an accounting term, ROI, return on your investment. But really what that says is that your business is humming along, it's doing really well. If we add more money to the equation, right? More ads, more people, right? Are we going to get better results? And what I've seen, I guess, is that I'm here to tell entrepreneurs it's not always the case, right? And that I'm sure you've worked with a lot of bootstrapped entrepreneurs who've been super successful with not a lot of money, right? And I think it's just a kind of a knee-jerk reaction by entrepreneurs as they grow. They just keep on fueling the fire of that business, but they don't see the same results. So maybe they've 2x the business and they're throwing twice as much money into ads, say, but they're only getting like a 10% increase in prospects and calls. So you really got to look at that automatic thinking that more is better. And I'm not saying don't reinvest that money. I'm just saying be intentional about it. What's been your experience with that, Josh?
Yeah, I think it brings in another point too. I see it a lot. I'm sure you see it a lot where people that are really successful in their business, they get very wrapped up into just continuously making that business more successful and forget that the purpose of this is actually to make your life better, right? Make you more wealthy. I'm not saying that's the only purpose, but that's generally one of the big purposes of starting a business. You want to better your personal financial situation. And it's shocking to see, but I saw it all the time where, like you said, these bootstrapped entrepreneurs, they start out so small and then all of a sudden they're killing it. They're making a couple $1,000,000. And then it's just like, how do I grow it? How do I grow it? How do I grow it? And it's like you said, there starts to become diminishing returns on that. And you're just pumping more money into that and forgetting that the whole purpose of this is to make you and your family and all the people that you support better by increasing your own wealth. But yeah, I think it's a huge thing. It's surprising that you would see that, but I do see that all the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's surprising at all. Like I would say it's the anomaly, right? It's
Yep.
because this is what I see is that and I've been caught in this as well, is that you have a business, but then there's somebody always doing better than you
Hmm.
are, right? And then you want to level up and you want to be like them. And then what you often find is you lose that original mission when you're trying to 2x and you're trying to 5x or an already successful business. And that, to your point, is that all of a sudden you start making some moves that maybe aren't in the best interest of you, right? And you start not operating as the way you bootstrap that business, and you get out there and again, maybe you lose sight of the real purpose of it all. Is obviously you want to build the wealth of the business, you want to build the size of the business, right? But you also want to build your personal wealth as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So just being mindful, again, that positive cash flow that's coming in every month, be very mindful about what do I do with that money? Do I, like you're a perfect example, right? You're into real estate, right? So we have a really good online business, right? Do we take some of that positive cash flow off the table? Do we look at, okay, maybe we invested in an apartment building or on Airbnb or whatever size, but I'm just saying, help you diversify, help you build some sustainable other revenue producing assets. So these are the things I guess we go through with our clients, and really being intentional about whatever the money is that business is kicking off. What are your holistic goals? And let's making sure that we allocate that in a proper sense. And then two is if it's 100% reinvestment, it's go, right? We 2x it, but I want to go 5x or I want to go 10x. Let's put some measurements in place, right? To make sure you're getting the most for your money, the most return. And that's looking at ads, looking at team, looking at the other way you're spending, you're spending your money.
And why do you want a 10x, right? Is it just because you want that magical number there, or do you have a purpose for that? What that's going to provide you with something beyond just having that nice little 10x number next to your
Yeah.
revenue?
No, and there's nothing wrong with 10xing a
Sure.
business. I love that book, 10x is easier than 2x, and by Dr. Ben Hardy and Dan Sullivan. Sometimes it is easier to go bigger, right? And less time, build a bigger team around you, etc. But for me, it's just it all starts with that monthly analysis, positive cash flow. Where are we reinvesting it? And are we measuring that money that we're reinvesting in the business? And like you said, a lot of business owners are just go, they don't really do the analysis, and they really get to a point where they're spinning their wheels, right? Maybe the cash flow starts to soften, right? Then payroll becomes an issue and things like that. So again, intentionality, I want people to pull away from this. So,
Well, I got a random example for you. Training for the Columbus Marathon here next month.
all right.
And when you sign up for a marathon, right, it's, oh, it'll be great. I'll get all these health benefits from running and it's for a good purpose, right? Like you want to better your life with it. But then all of a sudden, I'm a couple months in and I'm like, oh, my goal is to do sub 4, but I'm getting good times. I should shoot for 3:45. And all of a sudden, I'm overtraining and I'm going too fast and things are starting to hurt more than they should. And there's no real reason I need to shoot for 3:45 other than I just got wrapped up in it and I want to do it. So you lose track of what you actually got started in it for the health benefits of it. I think
Right.
that's what we do a lot of times with our businesses too, right? We get started to create this good life for ourselves, and then it just becomes too competitive. Of nope, I got to 10x, 20x, 100x this business.
No, yeah, and yeah, we're all in the masterminds and we're all in our peer groups and we see other people doing it and you're like, I want to do that as well. And again, I just think be yourself and be intentional about what your holistic goals are, and work with somebody that can help you make sure that all those goals are being pursued equally and intentionally.
Like it.
Cool. Hey, we're excited to see how you make out, Josh. Hopefully, you're going to be you're going to be posting that picture with the 3:45 number behind you
Well,
as you finish the marathon. Anyway, always great to be with you, Josh. You take care. And what's our last parting words here for you?
I keep the end goal in mind. Remember why you get into it.
Yeah, awesome. All right, another one in the books. Thanks, Josh. Always a pleasure being with
All
you.
right. We'll see you next time.